What's up, viewers? This is Winch here, bringing you a quick video on what the current status of my PC gaming setup is. This is my HP quote gaming laptop. See those small vents right there? That's all you get in terms of cooling vents for this thing. It's brand new. I cleaned it all out, but the problem I'm having, I think, with this setup is that it's a terrible design. And this is what I see when I play PC gameplay. I would really like to play more PC gameplay. That's why I got the damn thing. And I'm really upset to find out you guys are all right. PC gaming laptops are a joke. They're almost a contradiction in themselves, is what I've found out. Because in everything in life, I find out the hard way. But in my last video, I was trying to get your guys' help about this. I'm just trying to show you what I'm seeing here and what I've tried to do to solve the problem. I appreciate your comments, your support. I'll show you the MSI Afterburner software here and what the temperatures are on this thing. But what I did is I was able to reinstall the manufacturer suggested driver settings for this laptop. I'll show you the stats or the system specs of the laptop here in a moment. But got those reinstalled. That seemed to affect the gameplay in that it doesn't lock up immediately all the time. But I still have this constant problem, which you can imagine this thing, you know what it is, some kind of graphics glitch. You can see I'm trying to change the settings here. You can see what my resolution settings are, all that stuff. It just has no effect on it all. But you can imagine this thing when you try to aim down sights, pretty much makes it impossible for you to do anything in this gameplay, not to mention it's incredibly annoying. So I'm kind of frustrated at this point in time. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Battlefield 4 coming out, because I think that's a question all of us have to ask that are currently console owners. We know pretty much for sure it's coming out on the next-gen consoles, that being the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, whatever it is. By the way, is that thing... looks like I'm wrong. Yes, the Xbox next-gen console is going to be announced later on this month, but from what I'm hearing, always online. Ooh, doesn't sound good. Real quick, this is my system specs. That's not accurate in terms of the memory on the computer. I actually have 16 gigabytes now. I've doubled that. But so you can see that like the Afterburner software doesn't recognize what my GPU is. I can't figure this out. When I right-click to launch the program, I make sure I select my NVIDIA GPU. But I do two tests here on it. You can see basically how it affects the temperature. This first test, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, because I have seen higher frames per second than what you're seeing now. Typically I see about 60 frames a second, so I don't know why I'm only seeing 30 here. I don't know if it's because I'm recording this and that reduces it down to 30 frames a second, because that's usually what I record the video at. But I tried taking it off and I was still doing it. So typical PC, and I'm just not a PC guru. It never ceases to amaze me how computers do one thing one day and then you don't change anything, and then the next they do something completely different. It's one of my arguments with PC, one of my frustrations. It's one of the things I caution you guys about. You always got to keep up on your drivers, your hardware, cleaning it, making sure you have antivirus software installed, making sure you don't have all these registry files. It's just so much maintenance you got to do with PC games. The PC console, if you want to call it that, or the PC platform. That's the word I'm trying to say. So much maintenance you got to do. Such a headache for me personally. That's why just PC gaming anymore just frustrates me to no end, especially when you go out and you spend $1,500 on a laptop that says it's going to do something when in fact it really doesn't. And I guess I should have known when it went out, because that's all I really had was ever gaming laptops. But when I went out and actually tried to buy one, my most recent one, I realized there wasn't much out there in terms of options. Either Alienware, which you pay an arm and leg for, Gateway's gone away, Dell's not really there anymore with their XPS launch. So I think pretty much word's out, and I was the last to get it, that you're an idiot if you buy a PC gaming laptop, because they're just not designed to handle the kind of heat. Like, I've got a 2 gigabyte dedicated graphics card in this thing, and you saw the vents there. I mean, it's deplorable, the heat that you get, the heat dissipation that is. I've got a cooling laptop in this thing. Hell, I put a bag of ice on it too, like, what you put on like a sore knee or something, put that on top of it. This thing still shoots up there in temperature. When I'm playing Battlefield 3, I'll notice quickly, you can see the GPU temperatures that it gets up over 70 degrees centigrade. I mean, what was that, 150 degrees Fahrenheit? It's ridiculous hot. And this is this is a GPU burn-in, I think is the test that you run. I can run this until it basically fries my computer, basically just locks it up is what it does. It'll shut it off here in a moment. You can see this thing approach 77 degrees, and that's when I just turn it off, because I just know what's going to happen. It's just going to eventually burn up or just lock up the program. But right here, 74 degrees, as it hits this temperature. This is when I actually hear my fan speed actually go to full high speed. I'm like, why the hell does it wait until it hits 74 degrees before it engages the fan to full high speed? I mean, that's a stupid thing in itself. Because now it's too late. Now it's just suffering. It's just right there on the brink of failure. So this is kind of where I'm at in terms of my PC gaming. I'm actually getting pretty damn good. I mean, I'm not the best, but I mean, with the Xbox controller as my interface, I'm actually starting to hold my own. And it's like whenever I get in a match, it starts off fine, but as the GPU heats up, you'll start to see that glitch, and it just gets worse and worse, and then the game eventually locks up, and that's all I can do. So I don't know what else I can do here at this point, guys, other than go out and get an actual desktop PC. If you got any other last-minute suggestions, feel free to shoot me up or ask me. I'm happy to work with you. Appreciate all your help if you can. But I just want to put this video out there to caution you guys that are maybe contemplating getting a PC. Don't take like I looked at it as a perk that I would be traveling a lot and I could take this PC with me, a laptop, and I could kind of do both and everything. No, really don't want to do that. If you want to be an actual gamer on PC, you got to really sit your butt at home and just lock yourself down there. Don't take that functionality into consideration. It was a big mistake on my behalf. So I'll just be basically using this laptop for editing or whatever on the road. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, just bear caution, leave this temperature up there. This is where I just shut it down. And if you got any comments or suggestions, let me know. And I appreciate your help as always.